What's up, guys? This is Brett Vatesby in the video, and today we have a package from Quebec that came in actually a couple weeks ago. We're gonna open it up here today. There's a lot of hockey cards in here, and these are a bunch of random, so they're from all times. It's not from a specific season. I believe there's like 28 units in here. So this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer hockey card video, so stay tuned to see what we get here. 24 packs of cards. So here's what the packs look like. It says they're Pressti packs. I just bought them online from the website, so this seems to be a good brand, and I like that they're just random assortments, and I might be able to get pre-lockout guys before the 2005 season, the later seasons, modern guys. So there's 6 cards per pack, so let's get started. I think you tear the sides off here. Oh. Or maybe just rip the top off, just like that. Alright guys, make yourself comfortable. You're probably going to be here for a little while in this video. So from the Vegas Golden Knights, this is a 2023 card, so this will be nice to put in my Vegas Golden Knights collection actually, because I don't really have too many Vegas guys. They're a little bit newer of a team in the NHL. So I have multiple. I just organized my whole hockey card collection. So I have like 4 separate collections now. I'm going to show you guys. Actually, I think it's like 5. They're all in separate binders now. When I showed you guys that 2024 full complete hockey card collection, I dismantled that whole thing, and I even sorted it further than that. So I'm going to show you guys in some videos coming up pretty soon here what I did with my collection, and it might give you some ideas for yourself as to how you can do it. Here's a, is this a Dallas Stars? Minnesota North Stars. Dave Gagne. Yeah, I can't tell sometimes if it's Dallas or Minnesota. Here's Josh Manson from the Colorado Avalanche. So these, well, this Josh Manson card is a 2023, and so is the Vegas Golden Knights. These are 2023 Upper Deck Series 2. So I have some of these already, but it'll be nice to add in some more of them. Here's a cool Rob Niedermayer card from the Anaheim Ducks. This is probably a 2006 or 2007 Upper Deck card here. It's a 2007, so I can actually put this in my... I have a 2006 to 2008 collection, because that's around the time I started collecting. And it looks like... oh, there's an airplane outside. Yeah, we live over the... like an air... field, or whatever you call it. And from the Boston Bruins, another pre-lockout Boston card from me, Bob Beers. Yeah, I have a lot of pre-lockout Bruins cards. They just keep throwing them at me here. And here's a 2017-2018 Upper Deck Series 2, Artem Anisimov. I also have a 2012 to 2019 collection. So like I said, I'll show you guys in these videos coming up pretty soon here, but I've recently just resorted my entire collection. And I can't wait to show you guys. So that's the first pack. Let's jump into the second one. Wow, it looks like we got another Vegas Golden Knights player. From the Vegas Golden Knights, Ryan Reeves. That's a 2021. Okay, I'm just thinking in my mind, like I said, where these are going to go. Because, again, for all my collections, I have all the teams sorted out, and some teams I don't have so many cards from, other teams I have more cards from. Benoit Brunette from the Montreal Canadiens, that looks like a pre-lockout card. Yeah, it's a 91-92. Nikita Zadorov from the Chicago Blackhawks. Man, we have so many cards to go through. This is only pack number 2 of 24. Yeah, I might do this again. This is... like... There's a good assortment here from different seasons, these players. Here's Adrian Aucoin from the Calgary Flames, an alternate captain. That's a 2007-2008 card, so again, that can go into one of my older collections. And, like, I need those kinds of players from those older seasons to, like, stock up those collections, right? So that's kind of what I'm saying here. This is pretty exciting. Johan Garpenlov from the Detroit Red Wings. So again, some more pre-lockout cards. Yeah, 91, 92 Upper Deck. And a 2012 Daniel Paille. It's a Upper Deck card. 2012 is when I stopped collecting hockey cards for a long time. It was when the Winnipeg Jets came back into the league, actually. And I stopped collecting, and then I didn't start really collecting again until like 2020, around the pandemic era there. So that whole era, I kind of missed out on collecting cards. Like the early stages of the Winnipeg Jets, when Vegas first came into the league, I wasn't really collecting too much. So that whole period, I kind of missed out, and yeah, I feel kind of bad, I guess. Here's pack number 3. Hope you guys are having fun so far. I'm having a blast, actually, because I can already see myself like putting these into my collections, and I'm just trying to like build up my collections more and more. So I can't wait to show you guys. Like I said, I'll kind of spoil it a little bit. Like I have a pre-lockout collection, like I said, so since the beginning of the league up until the lockout, which was 2005, all of those cards are in one binder. I have 2006 to 2008 in one binder. 2009 to 2011 is in another binder, and that's my biggest collection. That was the time that I collected the most hockey cards, was 09 to 11. And then I have a 2012 to 2019. I have a 2020 to 2024, and then we're actually going to be starting a new collection. The 2025 season, we're going to start a new collection with the Utah Hockey Club. It's their inaugural season in 2025. So here's a Pinnacle card, a Florida Panthers Mike Santorelli. This is a 2011. So I do have some of these 2011 Panini cards. They're some of the last cards that I got, actually. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm going backwards. Here's a New York Rangers, 1970-71. It says 1952 to 53, 1970 to 71. Andy Bathgate. It's a 2007 card. Wow, we're really knocking it out of the park with these classic cards, because I started collecting in 2006, so I remember what a lot of these old cards look like, and I really miss them, and I'm glad that I'm getting more of them. The Montreal Canadiens, La Tendresse. I can't speak French too well, although I am Canadian. I learned a lot of French in elementary school since I'm from Canada, but I'm just starting to kind of get back into it and read a lot more and hear the words again for the first time in a while. I can understand a lot of what I read, but eventually I'm going to have to speak more if that's what I want to do. Another 2007. Wow, I'm really surprised that they're just throwing these at me. I mean, I'm not complaining. The captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, John Tavares, that's a 2021? No, it's a 23. Yeah, it's a 23 Series 2 Upper Deck. I can tell by the designs on the cards a lot of times, like, what season they're from, because I'm pretty good at this. Steve Thomas from the Isles, my favorite team. And from the Columbus Blue Jackets, Jonas Korpisalo. It was a sad tragedy, because is he the goaltender that passed away? Was it Korpisalo? There was a goaltender from the Columbus Blue Jackets that went to Manny Legacy's daughter's wedding party and lost his life. Manny Legacy played for the Detroit Red Wings and the St. Louis Blues, and then eventually also the Carolina Hurricanes. He's like a classic goaltender. Yeah, I thought that was Korpisalo. I thought Korpisalo was involved in that. From Finland, yeah. He's a Finnish player. Well, it was a sad situation, I mean, either way. And then also the Johnny Gaudreau situation was also very sad. I couldn't believe it when I heard about that, to be honest, as a hockey fan. Here's Luke Adam from the Buffalo Sabres, an Upper Deck card. It looks like another older one, because I don't recognize this design here. It's a 2013, so yeah, pretty much like that was the first season I wasn't really collecting anymore, because 2012 was my last one. Ulf Dahlin from the Minnesota North Stars. I have a lot of North Stars, guys. Minnesota. Yeah, they throw them at me a lot, too. Because, like I said in some previous videos, I always get so many Toronto Maple Leafs players, but there's teams I don't really get a lot of cards from, I notice, like Atlanta. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really get a lot of Atlanta. Even Columbus, like pre-lockout, or even like '06 to '08, or like 2010. Like that era, basically. Nucy Lalonde from the Montreal Canadiens, another classic, like really old card here. It says, the Sporting News 32 top 50 players. 1907 to 1927. Wow, so that's like 1907, that's really close to the, that was the first season of the NHL, I think. Yeah, wow, he played in the first seasons of the NHL, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens. So it is a Canadiens player, and it's another 2000, or no, this is a pre-lockout. It's a 1999 card, so it's a pre-lockout. Here's a Draisaitl card from the Edmonton Oilers. That's a funny picture. I love it when it's a funny picture. Yeah, that's a 2024. And here's a player from Team Finland. Oh, I'm studying Finnish. I've been studying Finnish for 2 years now. I should be able to pronounce this correctly. Janne Gronval. Gronval. See, the harder I try, the more cringy this. Like, I can say Finnish words and I can speak pretty well, but like when it comes to a name or something, I might not pronounce it correctly because it's just a name that I haven't heard of before, or like something I'm cringy at, I guess. That type of thing. Rasmus Dahlin from the Buffalo Sabres. Another 2023. Yeah, see, I pretty much know them by heart now. Yeah, it's nice, like I said, to get some of those older players from older seasons that I might have missed out on. I'm always looking forward to that. I'm not even keeping track of how many packs we've opened here, to be honest. I just keep going and going and going. Nick Schmaltz from the Arizona Coyotes. I was actually impressed how well my Coyotes collection turned out to be in my, I think it was my 2021, my 2020 to my 2024 collection. Yeah, good strong support from my my Coyotes team, and yeah, because when I first started collecting hockey cards back in '06, I struggled to get a lot of Coyotes guys. I think it was, yeah, my 20 to 24, a lot of Coyotes guys, and even my 2012 to 2019, I did really well with the Coyotes. Here's Dave Anderchuk from the Buffalo Sabres. He's the alternate captain here. And then eventually he was the captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning when he won the Stanley Cup. Well, they won the Stanley Cup in 2004. Here's a 2024 Ryan McDonough, the defenseman from the Nashville Predators. He used to play for the New York Rangers. McDonough. I think he was the captain too, actually, Ryan McDonough. Here's a Joey Juneau, because he played for the Washington Capitals in 1998 when they went to the Stanley Cup against the Detroit Red Wings. Here he is with the Montreal Canadiens. I think that's a 2006 card, because I have a card with the same design, but it's a Carolina player. So this design is familiar to me. It's 2006, I think. No, 2003, man. 2003. So it's a pre-lockout card. And I want to get more cards from this era, because there seems to be such a void. Like, I don't really have a lot of the early 2000s guys, and I think they're some of the coolest cards. And speaking of cool cards from the early 2000s, here's Owen Nolan when he was the captain of the San Jose Sharks. He was also on the cover of NHL 2001. That's a 1999. Yeah, see, I love this era, man. Oh my goodness, it's an Ovation! Is this an Ovation? Oh, it looked like an Ovation. No, it's a Tim Hortons. They're even throwing Tim Hortons guys at me. Chris Letang from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Upper Deck Tim Hortons cards. I didn't even know that you could get these, like, outside of Tim Hortons packs. Yeah, so that's a nice one to add to my 2012-2019 collection. Once you guys see the videos, you'll understand what I'm talking about with all this rambling and stuff here. Yeah. Wow, we're getting a lot. I have to, like, put these cards... I could just put them on the table back there. We still have, like, another 15 or so, maybe. And there's some on the table here, too. Man, they're just killing me with this package from Quebec, man. Like, they just threw so many hockey cards at me. I'm gonna have, like, another 200 or 300 cards to put into my binders. But trust me, like, I'll probably have these cards and these binders, like, tomorrow. I've gotten so quick at, like, sorting through my hockey cards. I know what's what. I know how to go through it and everything. Here's a Seattle Kraken player, Jaden Schwartz, the alternate captain. I also need more Seattle guys. I've got a few of them, but they're mostly 2025s. I have a Hayden Fleury, and he's like a 2023 or 24 season card. So this is a 2023, so that'll go into my 2020 to 2024 collection. I know I keep talking, blah blah blah, what are you saying? Craig Simpson from the Buffalo Sabres. That's another pre-lockout card. And a Fleer Ultra. They don't make Fleer cards anymore. Because I remember when I first started collecting, I used to buy Fleers. And they were pretty nice, actually. I miss the Fleers. Yeah, that's a 1995 card. Here is Alexander Georgiev from the Colorado Avalanche. He used to play for the New York Rangers with Igor Shesterkin. Here's a really cool Vincent Lecavalier from the Tampa Bay Lightning, alternate captain when he was really young. Yeah, so that must be like a pre-lockout or maybe a 2006. It's a 2000... Yeah, it's 2004. It's before the lockout. Yeah, he was on the cover of NHL 06, actually, Vincent Lecavalier. Thomas Sandstrom from the Los Angeles Kings. My Los Angeles Kings collection from my pre-lockout collection's getting pretty strong too, actually. Kyle Palmieri from the New Jersey Devils. He used to play for the Anaheim Ducks, actually. A 2019 card. Yeah. I have to keep putting these cards in places, man. They're just slapping me crazy with hockey cards. I've never opened, like, a whole box like this before. This was a sweet deal. John Gibson from the Anaheim Ducks, the goaltender. That's another 2023 Upper Decks. Yeah, they really like those 2023 Series 2 Upper Decks, hey? Here's Patrick Flatley from the New York Islanders. Jordan Greenway from the Minnesota Wild, another 2023 Series 2 Upper Deck card. Yeah, especially in my 2020, like my 2020 era in general, I have so many Upper Decks. It's crazy. Yeah, like my 2020 collection to 2024, there's a lot of Upper Decks. It doesn't matter like which brand you collect a lot of. If it's more Ofici, if it's more Upper Deck, if it's more like Panini cards, like the Score cards or something like that. There's different kinds, right? Here's Marian Gaborik from the Minnesota Wild. Wow, that must be like a 2006. Yeah, it's a 2001 actually. Wow, that's like their first season. Wow, see, these are the kinds of cards that I want. Like the early Minnesota Wild guys, the Columbus Blue Jackets guys, the Thrashers guys. Like, I don't have a lot of these. And actually in my pre-lockout collection, I don't even have a Thrashers team yet at all. Because I don't have any cards. So, I might not even have a Minnesota Wild. I do have Minnesota North Stars. But then they became the Dallas Stars. And then, so the Minnesota Wild, they're going to get their own page in the pre-lockout collection. Patrick Lebeau from the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah. I've seen a lot of these designs before. They're pretty cool. Here's a James Reimer from the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's a nice one to add in there to the collection. Yeah, that must be around like 2013, eh? 2016, okay. So eventually he did get traded to the... He got traded to the San Jose Sharks, and then now I think he's with Carolina. I don't know, or wasn't he with Florida? He was with Florida, then now he's with Carolina or something like this. Yeah. James Reimer played most of his career with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So again, that's a 2016. So that's a good one to add to the collection. I don't really have a lot of 2016s or 15s or 14s. I do have some 14s and some 12s. I don't have a lot of like 13s, 15s, 16s, 17s. Like I wasn't really collecting that much outside of like Tim Hortons cards that you get from the drive-thru when you get a coffee. So, man, there's so many of these. Like my bed, I have to like scoot over to put them on my bed. Wow, I mean, I had high expectations for this pack, for this whole collection here, and it's certainly delivering. The New Jersey Devils, looks like a Russian player, Yegor Sharangovich. Sharangovich. I am studying Russian language too, so yeah, I gotta get better at these. Gord Dineen from the Pittsburgh Penguins, pre-lockout card. Jesse Puljujärvi from the Edmonton Oilers. Here's another 1999. It's similar to the other one from the New York Rangers, Dickie Moore from the Montreal Canadiens, 1951 to 1968 career. So yeah, even these classics, man, like I'm blown away right now by these. Ken Linnesman from the Boston Bruins, because again, like I like all the generations, to be honest. 2013 Upper Deck card. This is Ryan Ellis. He used to play for the Windsor Spitfires, my hometown actually, when he was in the juniors. So they played for Nashville. I think now he's with Philadelphia or something. Ellis. I know I gotta keep scooting over here. Matt Zuccarello and Artifacts, Upper Decks Artifacts. Matt Zuccarello from the Minnesota Wild. It's a 2024. Here's a 1992 Steve Tuttle, Tampa Bay Lightning. So that's from like their inaugural season. That's really cool. Tampa Bay. It's a 92-93 Fleer Ultra. Like I said, I really do miss the Fleers in general. Yeah, their first season there. Tampa Bay, I think, yeah, it was 92-93. And then also, I think, Tampa Bay, and there was another team that joined the league. Oh, why am I forgetting this? Florida joined in 94. The Panthers joined in 94. Tampa, 93. Oh, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim joined in 1993. From the Calgary Flames, here's a Jonathan Huberdeau. That's like a Bobby Orr falling picture. That's really cool. But not as epic. Here's a Zdeno Chara from the Boston Bruins when he was the alternate captain. Eventually he became the captain and won the Stanley Cup in 2011 with the Bruins. That's a 2007. So, again, the 06 to 08 seasons are really showing up here, and I was really hoping for that because I have a whole collection for that era because it's when I started. So these are going to be really nice ones to add in there. Like, oh, I'm just getting so pumped up, honestly. The Detroit Red Wings. It doesn't say who this is. Oh, pictured on front is Nicholas Lidstrom. So early on in his career with the Red Wings. Nick Lidstrom. Yeah, 1992, Ofici. Yeah, so that's like when he first started with the Red Wings, I think. Yeah, I didn't know he was that old. I thought maybe 95, 96 Lidstrom started. And Detroit's like so close to my home. Jimmy Vesey from the New York Rangers. Actually, I saw Lidstrom play before in Detroit at the Joe Louis Arena. But yeah, I didn't know he was that old, Lidstrom. Like, yeah, I know Nick Lidstrom, Chris Osgood, Yzerman, Shanahan, like a lot of those players. Alright guys, so we're not even halfway through this thing. Like, I'm already so tired of opening cards, and we still have 15 more. And plus we have 2 bonus packs also. So I gotta keep this thing moving here. And Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, by the way. Hampus Lindholm from the Boston Bruins. Yeah, again, those 2023 Upper Decks. Man, I'll probably have all of the 2023 Upper Deck Series 2 cards by the end of this video. Mike Needham from the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, yeah, you're gonna see my new collections coming up, and I was also gonna like record me putting all the cards into the binders, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. It's just too much work, honestly. And when I get going and I'm putting the cards in, like it's so much easier for me to just get it done and get it over with personally alone. So I'm just kind of showing you guys the cards in this video here, and maybe like we could do some kind of hangout. Like it's not gonna be a live stream, but like I can just kind of flip the pages and show you some of the cards and stuff, especially because these collections are going to keep growing, so I've been collecting since I was like maybe 12 or 11 years old, hockey cards. So yeah, 2006 I was 10. From the Seattle Kraken, Oliver Bjorkstrand, and again another 2023 Series 2. I'll keep taking them. Brad Richards from the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's a 2001. Wow, so, I mean, this is the era that I wanted, like I said. Steve Smith from the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm still waiting to get an Atlanta Thrashers player. Jesper Fast from the New York Rangers. This is a 2020 card. I don't have many 2020s. He's the alternate captain here in this picture. Yeah, I got more of like the 21, 22, 23, 24s. I don't have so much of the 2020s, so that's a nice one to add into the collection also. Yeah, I know which years I'm lacking from, for lack of a better term, so you'll hear me just talking about it in this video a lot. Yeah, these Pressti packs, I'm telling you, if you see these in your stores, or if you can get a pack online, or a few packs, or a whole box like I just did here, you know, if you like this kind of stuff, check out online, see what's available. From the St. Louis Blues, here's Nick Leddy. From the Buffalo Sabres, Clint Malarchuk. Clint Malarchuk. I actually have one of him already. It's not this exact same one, but I do have a Malarchuk. Yeah, again, the 90s were so cool. Here's a Arizona Coyotes, Janis Moser. Yeah, so... Yeah, in my collections, like, okay, 2006, 2008, 2009 to 11, 2012 to 2019, they were still the Phoenix Coyotes in 2012. And then in my, okay, so in my 2020 collection to my 2024, it's, Phoenix is in Arizona, right? So it's funny because, well, Phoenix is in Arizona, but the team name changed from Phoenix to Arizona. But that spot goes in between Anaheim and Boston in the alphabetical order list of NHL teams, and that's where Atlanta used to be. So it's kind of funny, like they just took the spot over from where Atlanta was, and then now it's the teams in Utah. So here is a 2005 Black Diamond, Upper Deck Black Diamond, Brian Rafalski card from the New Jersey Devils. That's a really cool card, Rafalski. Here's another Doug Gilmour. This one's from the Calgary Flames. I have quite a few of him for Toronto, including a Selke, a Frank J. Selke card. Yeah, it's the Selke trophy, right? And another Arizona card, Jacob Chikrin. Why do they have so many players with strange names on Arizona? I'm not even joking, man. All right, like I said, we still got a long way to go here. From the New Jersey Devil, oh my goodness, I'm like losing my mind. Let me get a sip of coffee here. From McDonald's. I went to McDonald's. earlier today. Well, it's the morning right now, actually, because I work nights, so I'm actually really exhausted right now, believe it or not, if you're watching this. Because I finished my night shift, I came home, well, I got a coffee from McDonald's, had a muffin, propped up my camera, well, I had a shower, propped up my camera, got dressed, obviously, and I'm sitting here in front of you now, and once I'm done this video, and well, I got a couple more to do after this, and then I'm gonna hit my bed over there and just lay there and pass out for hours and hours. From the Philadelphia Flyers, here's Travis Konechny. 2024. Again, once again, like all seasons are nice to have. David Cooper from USA, the American team, the American national team. Here's a Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from the Edmonton Oilers. 2024 Upper Deck Series 1. Sergei Zoltok. Sergei Zoltok from the Montreal Canadiens. That's a victory card. I actually, I remember these ones because they're some of the first ones that I got. The Upper Deck Victories. 2000 and... Actually, 2000. Yeah, I didn't know, wow, Victories are that old? Well, it just, like, I know the Victory brand of Upper Deck. It's, like, but I mostly have, like, the 2007s and 8s, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. I didn't know they went all the way back to 2000. Keith Carney from the Buffalo Sabres. '92, I think. Yeah, 92, I want to say. Another 2020, Derek Stepan, the alternate captain of the Arizona Coyotes. They would have been Arizona easily by that point. Yeah. So, I'm going to get a whole lot of sleep after I'm done these next few videos. Like, I'm going to be sitting here, crash in bed, and then tomorrow I'll probably have all these cards in the binders. I'm a machine. But I'll show you my tips and tricks, of course. Another Pierre-Luc Dubois from the LA Kings. I have quite a few of him with LA, actually. He originally played for Columbus, and then he got traded to Winnipeg for Patrick Laine and Jack Roslovic, and then Winnipeg traded him to LA for Velarde and Kupari and Iafallo. And then now I think Dubois is with Columbus, or Washington. Metal Universe Hockey. Metal Universe Hockey. I've never seen these ones. That's a pretty cool design. It's got like the little like spacecraft on there. Like there's two space crafts or whatever. It's like futuristic looking card, like Star Wars or something. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's an Atlanta Thrashers card. Finally, at last. Damian Rhodes, one of their first goaltenders actually. I think Rhodes was the first goaltender for Atlanta. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't have any pre-lockout Atlanta Thrashers players. This is my first one. Well, Damian Rhodes, he originally played for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then he also played for the Ottawa Senators in the late 90s. And then, yeah, went to Atlanta for future considerations when Atlanta got a team in the NHL. So, that's really cool. That's a Damian Rhodes card. Yeah, now I can have a page for Atlanta and Minnesota in my... my pre-lockout collection. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be a 1999 card or a 2000. Yeah, 2000. It's, is this an Upper Deck? Aurora. Okay, so it's a brand that maybe is not even around anymore. They're just throwing all the brands at me, man. This is insane, actually. I've never opened packs like this before. Even the other Pressti packs that I've showed you guys on this channel before, like... I haven't gotten cards like this before, so... Rope Hints from the Dallas Stars, so I'm excited. Right, that's to finish my previous sentence. Here's a Saku Koivu card when he was the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are a part of this. This is like the most excited I've even been, like, opening hockey cards. The 2007 Koivu. This is a McDonald's card, actually. They do a beautiful job with the McDonald's Upper Deck cards. Yeah, I love the McDonald's ones. Alexei Yashin when he played for the Ottawa Senators. That's yeah, easily a pre-lockout 1995. Yeah, Yashin. And here's Andrei Markov when he played for the Montreal Canadiens, alternate captain. That looks like a 2012 card. No, I'm trying to. I have this design. Like I have these cards. I can't remember every season though in my mind. The upper decks. Every year it's a different design, but 2022, 2012. Oh, I was 10 years off. I was gonna say, did I not say 2012 though? Or did I say 2013? I'm half asleep right now. Like, seriously. 2012, nonetheless. I thought I had said 2012, but then my brain sketched out and I went up 10 years to 2022. I'm just throwing them on my bed at this point. Yeah. So, like I said, though, I think I've said this before in a previous hockey card video. Like, growing up, I mean, I've always had hockey cards, like, on my desk, on my dresser, under my bed, in my closet, like, just everywhere you look, you'll probably find hockey cards in my bedroom, like, almost my whole life. Okay. Oh, I think I know what year this is. The Philadelphia Flyers, Scott Laughton, alternate captain. That's a 20... I have like 200 of those. That design. It's 2022. 2022! Yeah, I knew it. Trust me, I spent so much time in my collection going through cards. Like, I have a pretty good idea of what seasons they are. Here's a New York Islanders card. Pre-lockout. Classic. A Panini score, see. There's the score brand that's Panini makes them. David Volek? Well, at least Panini makes them now. I don't know if... Was Score maybe the brand on its own at one time? I'm not too sure. I don't know all the history of the hockey card manufacturers necessarily. And here's a 2024 Artem Zub from the Ottawa Senators. From the Toronto Maple Leafs, Yannick Perreault. Be a Player memorabilia. That's a cool one. That's a 2000... Wow, I'm getting a lot of those. Like early 2000s, guys. Sylvain Lefebvre. I'm studying French. I'm getting better. Toronto, 1994. Andrei Svechnikov from the Carolina Hurricanes, Mr. Michigan. He scored a few Michigan goals now, Andrei Svechnikov. He kind of like made it cool again, which is interesting. I'm just throwing them on my bed, like I said, it's so funny. Brett Howden from the Vegas Golden Knights. Here's a beautiful classic New York Islanders, Eric Fichaud. Oh, Eric Fichaud, right. He also played for the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, I know Eric Fichaud. There's a look at him when he played for the Islanders. Yeah, he was like a late 90s player, I think. Yeah, 1997. Fichaud. It says, by appearing in 24 contests last season, Eric maintained his eligibility for the 1997 Calder Trophy by 1 game. Eric became the Islanders' #1 goaltender following his recall from the AHL and was named a game star in 5 of his last 9 starts. So there's always, like, things you can read on the back of these cards about these players and everything, and it's like, you could just go through all these cards and read about them and learn so many things. Like, it's just so awesome. Hockey cards. Daniel Sprong from the Seattle Kraken. I'm sorry, Seattle fans. I know there's 2 new expansion teams in the NHL. I understand it's Vegas and Seattle, and now there's Utah. Well, Utah's not an expansion team, and then now eventually we're gonna have one in Houston. Maybe it's all good. It's all positive. And here is a AHL card. I've never got an AHL card before from the Syracuse Crunch. Jeff Platt. I have a lot of CHL cards, like from the OHL and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Yeah, the Ontario Hockey League, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and the Western Hockey League makes up the CHL. I think there's 66 teams in all of the CHL, but I have some of those junior players. So it's always nice to get those too. Here's Joe Murphy from the Edmonton Oilers. I have one of him already in my collection, but now I got two of them. Yeah, very sad story what happened to Joe Murphy. Like his life story and his his journey and like how difficult life has been for him and his transition from the game into his personal life, and he's really been struggling. Um, yeah, I mean, uh, it's sad his story. Honestly, Joe Murphy. I can say that right now. Um, yeah, I mean, you go from a first overall draft pick in 1986 with the Red Wings to like how difficult his life has been. Here's another Le Tendresse. This time it's for the Minnesota Wild. Le Tendresse, yeah, I think that's, yeah, 2012. I just like getting different styles and different, like this is an SP card, but the different brands of the Upper Decks, like the Victories and the SPs and the Black Diamonds, even the Ovations. Like I have a lot of those Ovations when I show you guys my 2009 to 2011 cards, which is my biggest collection. That's the time that I collected the most cards. There's a lot of Upper Deck Ovations, so that's pretty cool. Is there a bottom to this thing? There's just endless amounts of cards here. Oh, what is 24 times 6? I don't know. I don't even know what 12 times 6 is. 24, 30, 6, 48, 60, 72, plus 72, 1, 2. This is how bad I am at math. 1, 2, 3, 144. That's a good amount of cards that we're getting in this video here. From the New York Islanders, Pierre Engvall. Pierre Engvall. Okay, like I don't know every player super well. Yeah, again, it's 2024. It's not 2023. Andre Bouchin from another junior team. It looks like the Blades. Oh, the is it the Saskatchewan Blades or something? I don't know what team that is. It's a 1994 card. It looks like one of the CHL teams, but I can't... Or maybe it's a college or university team or something, I'm not sure. Here's Cal Pedersen from the LA Kings. I actually have one of his cards already, so here's another Cal Pedersen. 2023, Series 1. Okay, at least they're throwing in some Series 1s, and it's not just all, like Series 2. This really brings me back. It's an MVP. A 2007 MVP card. These are some of the first cards I collected. 2006, 2007 MVPs. Here's a Shane Doan from the Phoenix Coyotes. This is like bringing back my childhood right now. See, it's a 2006, 2007. Yeah. I have a lot of these ones in my 06 to 08 collection. Manny Fernandez. I have Tim Thomas, I think. Yeah, there's a bunch. Mike Fisher. Yeah. It might be crazy. You might think it's funny that I actually remember the specific players that I have, but I have a lot of cards. I have a lot of cards. Scott LaChance from the Isles. Another pre-lockout card. A 2019 Jonas Donskoy from the San Jose Sharks. I need another drink of coffee, man. I'm falling asleep here. Toaster strudels, I'm sorry. Worked all night. I work nights. Like my body's waiting to go to bed. And like I got a muffin from McDonald's here. And then like also I got a cookie from Tim Hortons. So yeah, that's all off camera. You guys would be surprised like what's just laying off camera here. There's a bag of popcorn sitting there. Just make sure we're still recording here. Yeah, because sometimes like I gotta be careful. I did get a new micro SD card for the camera, so we have like a lot more space to record a lot more videos now. I went from, I think it was a 32 gig to like now I have a 164 or something. I can't remember exactly the size, but we have like so much more space on the MD, the micro MD stick or card or whatever you want to call it. I just need another battery though, because I can replace the battery to keep filming, because the one I just have one battery and it only lasts for a couple of hours and I'm done. Like I have to charge it, right? Hope you guys are enjoying this little hangout video. I've been doing a lot more of these videos recently, like with hockey cards, and I would like to just call them like little hangout videos, and you get to see me, like you get to see me, my beautiful face and everything, and just like showing all these cards to you and everything. And like, I came back to YouTube to have a good time and to like enjoy what I enjoy. And I knew if I was going to come back to YouTube, that's what I'd be doing. And like, I'm fortunate to be here on this website again, and there's a lot of good stuff coming up, guys. There's going to be something for everybody, I think, on this channel, and I would just like to say that real quick right now, because I hope you're excited for the rest of 2025 on our channel, and also next year. I'm not looking to go anywhere, so I'm really excited. Here's Sonny Milano from the Washington Capitals. That's a 2024. Oh, they brought back the old Capitals jerseys? I guess so. Here's Craig Mooney from the Buffalo Sabres. Pre-lockout, of course. Yeah, 94-95 Fleer Ultra. Here's another Upper Deck Series 1 2023 card. It's UC Saros. Yeah, I also have a UC Saros 2022 Upper Deck card, I think it was. It was that previous design that you guys saw earlier. I know you probably don't remember, but I know which one it is. It's the 2022 Upper Decks with like the black stripe on the side. Because like I said, every year they do different designs, so pretty cool. Here's a Lowell Lock Monsters card from the AHL, I think it is. Chad LaRose. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't really gotten a lot of AHL cards. I do have, like I said, a lot of CHL cards from the Canadian junior teams, but not so much like the AHL, the American Hockey League, or the American college teams like Michigan or Minnesota. I love Minnesota. Minnesota is such a great hockey state, honestly. And, you know, they need to have an NHL team. I know they lost the North Stars, and then, well, there was rumors going around they might get Winnipeg's team, like the original Jets. But then Phoenix ended up getting them, and then Minnesota got the Wild. Yeah, I mean, as a Canadian though, like I would have been happy. I would have been happy if Minnesota got Winnipeg, because I love Minnesota so much, and I really love the Inside Out movies. DreamWorks or Disney or whoever makes them, with the little girl from Minnesota that plays hockey. I really love the Inside Outs. Dave Gagne from the Minnesota North Stars, there you go. It's funny how these things happen. That wasn't intended at all. And Sammy Vatanen from the New Jersey Devils. 2019 Upper Deck card. Benissimo. You guys should see the floor right now. Here's a Erik Karlsson from the San Jose Sharks. He originally played for the Ottawa Senators. I still remember that cup run Ottawa had there in 2017 where they played Pittsburgh in Game 7 in the conference final. Oh, it was so exciting. Like, Ottawa almost went to the cup. Yeah, so this is the All-Star game. But he is with the Sharks. The Sharks logo is on here, so this will go in the San Jose section and not the like the NHL All-Star Collection section, right? I'll show you guys more of what I'm talking about in future videos with my collections. And yeah, I'm going to be making a condensed video on how to start your own hockey card collection. Everything you need to know that I can think of, the tips that I can give you are going to be in that video. And it's kind of a remake of that 2024 full hockey card collection video that I made that was almost 2 hours. I'm going to condense that all into one video that's less than 10 minutes, or hopefully less than, like, as short as possible. I'm going to try to make it to just give you the meat and potatoes of what you need to know and how I do things, like all my tips and tricks and everything and how I collect. and how I organize and sort. Sorting's just a synonym of organizing. So yeah, I'm excited for that too. And again, that 2024 full hockey card collection video, that was almost 2 hours that I made. Was it even this year or was it last year? I can't remember. I think it was last year. That was more of just kind of like a hangout video. All that sorting I did, the cards aren't even like that anymore. I ripped apart that whole collection and I sorted them even more. So, anyways, here's a international card, or it's actually a World Junior Tournament Canada card. I have some of these already, actually. Martin Lapointe. I don't have him, but I have some cards that are just like the same style. Yeah, Martin Lapointe, he had a good career in the NHL with Detroit. I think he only played for Detroit. Yeah, and now he's with the Montreal Canadiens organization. He's like one of the coaches or the GM or something. Here's Brandon Montour from the Florida Panthers, the defending Stanley Cup champions. Here's another Vincent Lecavalier for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, I've got quite a few Lecavaliers now, actually. This is a 2001 card. Yeah, so another pre-lockout Lecavalier. I've got a few of them already. Doug Brown from the New Jersey Devils. And here's a Darren Helm from the Detroit Red Wings. I remember when he played for Team Canada in the 2007 World Juniors, when we had like Carey Price as our goalie, Darren Helm, Brian Little, Jonathan Toews, Andrew Cogliano, Steve Downey, who actually played for the Windsor Spitfires. How many more do we got here? We still have 6 more of these? 5 more. Nope, 6. Ah, my goodness, Quebec. Killing me here. Put those there. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to take me so long. Like, I've just been opening and opening and going and going and going. Here's a Jacob Markstrom from the Calgary Flames. Again, it's again, that 22 Upper Deck Series 2. I know these are 22s, because I have so many of them. Yeah, like I said, my 2020 to 2024 collection is chock full of a lot of Upper Deck solids. Solid meaning it's just the Upper Deck card. It's not like an Upper Deck Ovation or an Upper Deck Victory or an Upper Deck Black Diamond SP. Here's a Garth Snow from the New York Islanders, so that's before the lockout. Garth Snow had some of the biggest goalie pads before the NHL lockout in 2005. When it was a big controversial thing early in the 2000s that goalies had like big pads. And not a lot of goals were scored in the early 2000s before the lockout. And it was a controversial period in the NHL. It was the dead puck era, right? Where the game wasn't as interesting to a lot of people anymore, I guess, because there wasn't as many goals being scored and things like that. There's a look at the back of the card. Yeah, it's a 2003. So here's Chris Osgood. He was the starter for the New York Islanders. He originally played for the Detroit Red Wings in the 90s, like 95 to 2002 or 2001. Yeah, because he won the Cup with the Red Wings in 1998. He was the starter. And then in 2001 or 2, he got traded to the Islanders. And then he also spent some time with the St. Louis Blues in 2004. And then he went back to the Red Wings in 2007. And then he won another cup with the Red Wings in 2008. And then they lost in 2009 to the Penguins in Game 7. So here's another Travis Konechny. So yeah, Chris Osgood, like he was like the Red Wings goaltender, like he was their starter for so many years, right? Like when you think of the Red Wings goaltenders, like you think of Osgood, maybe you might think of Mike Vernon, and Dominic Hasek spent a little bit of time there, and Jimmy Howard. I remember watching Jimmy Howard play at the Joe Louis Arena. He was the second star of the game, I think, in that one against Vancouver. Yeah, he only allowed a goal. Went off one of the Canucks skates. Yeah, Ty Conklin also played for the Red Wings. Here's a 2007-2008 Chris Campoli Upper Deck. I do have some of these Upper Deck cards, actually, the 2008s. They look familiar. I do have some of this design. It's the 2008 Upper Decks. So yeah, that's the first time I've seen one in a long time. And like I showed you that Shane Doan card earlier, the 2006-7 MVP, I haven't gotten one of those cards since I was like a little kid. So this is like really bringing back the memories here for me. Another Patrick LeBeau from the Montreal Canadiens. And Darren Helm from the Red Wings. Another Darren Helm card. So we saw a few repeats. I don't know how many like new cards you can get before they start chucking repeats at you. So I mean, I keep the repeats because like growing up with my friends who collected hockey cards all the time, like they kept all the repeats, and it just kind of like doubles it up and makes you look cool or whatever. I guess I don't know why they always kept all the repeats. Like it was just what they did. Like my best friend had doubles of Brett Hall with the St. Louis Blues, and doubles of Brett Hall with the Phoenix Coyotes. I remember. Yeah, I'll just keep them all. Honestly, here's Thomas Tatar from the New Jersey Devils. It's been a long day. I was so tired at work today too, like this night. This morning, actually, technically. Yeah, and then I knew I was gonna come home and record videos, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I got a large coffee from McDonald's, and I got the maple bacon and egg McMuffin, and I got a breakfast wrap and a hash brown. Oh my God. I ate so much McDonald's this morning, and then I brushed my teeth. Here's a Ross Courtnall from the Montreal Canadiens. Here's Artemi Panarin from the New York Rangers, the alternate captain. I have so many Panarins for the Rangers. I really do. I have so many Panarins from the New York Rangers. Here's Mike Ribeiro from the Montreal Canadiens. That's a good one. Mike Ribeiro. He also played for the Dallas Stars. He's an older player from the 2000s. Oh, this is a 1999 card. That's pretty cool. Here is Boris Mironov from the Edmonton Oilers. This is Crazy Variety. 1994. Pinnacle Brands. So it's another older... manufacturer, I guess. Oh, it's a scorecard, actually. Yeah, these designs from the 90s are pretty cool. Like, they're really colorful and interesting looking. You can see that. That's a cool design on the card there. The 2017-2018 Upper Deck Series 2 is a Victor Rask from the Carolina Hurricanes. And we have a Winnipeg Jets card, Adam Lowry. That's a 2023. Yeah. Yeah, I need more Jets from the 2012 to 2019 seasons for my my collection, right? For that specific one. Here's an OHL card. It's a score card. So it looks like the OHL All-Star Game. That's pretty cool. So that'll go in my OHL collection, obviously. Eric Lindros. It's an Eric Lindros. He played for the Oshawa Generals in the OHL. Yeah, Lindros, again. Like I said in a previous video, he kind of reminds me of like a Jeremy Roenick. Like, great player, but, they never won the cup, right? Like Lindros and Roenick and players that really brought a lot to the game. And only one team can win every year, so. Here's a Jesse Puljujarvi from the Edmonton Oilers. Oh my goodness, get me through this, please. Jesse Puljujarvi from the Oilers. Our second one of the video, but this is a different card. It's not the same one. Here's another Brian Rafalski Black Diamond card. Yeah, see, now we're getting into double territory. Yeah, I will happily keep both. Tony Herkick from the San Jose Sharks. A scorecard. A 2010-2011 Upper Deck. This is Chris Russell. I have so many of these 2010-2011 Upper Deck cards. Like, my 2009 to 2011 collection, like I said, it's just chucked full of so many cards, like Upper Decks and Ovations, Upper Deck Ovations, right? Solid Upper Decks. I mean, there's so many in there, it's just crazy. Yeah, we'll see if I end up doing another Pressti pack box like this. Yeah, we'll see. Like, I mean, this is a lot of cards here, and it's nice to get different players from all generations, but I also want to keep working on my 2025s, so I can have a strong modern collection, like for 2025s, 2026s, 27s eventually, because like I'm starting a brand new collection, and you guys are going to be a part of it. Here's a Connor Garland from the Vancouver Canucks. John Ogrodnik from the New York Rangers. I haven't even heard of some of these players. Yeah, it's a 1990-91. Another 2023 Upper Deck Series 1 from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Alex Kerfoot. Here is a really good pickup. Paul Kariya, the captain of the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. That's a pre-lockout card right there. Yeah, let's take another good look at that one. That's a nice card. Yeah, it's a 2001. It's a McDonald's card, actually. And like I said, beautiful, beautiful job on the McDonald's cards. Yeah, it's a Prism Gold. Ooh, that's a keeper for sure. Gary Lehman from the Toronto Maple Leafs, a Pro Set card. The 2015-2016, it's another Upper Deck paper card. See, sometimes they make paper cards, and they're pretty cool, actually. Kind of like the Pro Set cards that we just had there. Oh, that's kind of not cardboard. Like, it's like solid cardboard. You know what I mean? Like a box that you'd break up or something. Like, it doesn't have a nice laminated finish, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I have Fleer cards that are like this from 2007, I think. It's nice to get those, though. They're pretty cool. Derek Brassard from the New York Rangers. I'm trying to think what other cards are like this. They're one of the older Ofici seasons, maybe. And, yeah. I gotta sleep on that bed soon, and it's full of hockey cards. Oh, my life. Mein Leben. You guys ever played Wolfenstein? That's like all the German I know is from the video game Wolfenstein. Mein Leben. Or some of those other things they say, like the guards in the game. From the Dallas Stars, Jacob Pedersen. From the St. Louis Blues, it's a Bob Basson. That's a 92-93 Fleer Ultra. Arturi Lehkonen from the Colorado Avalanche. He originally played for the Montreal Canadiens, Arturi Lehkonen. Yeah, I haven't really been following his career lately, because I know he was with Montreal, and then now he was with Colorado, and then maybe he's still with Colorado. I don't know. I haven't really been following his career too much, but yeah. Because Montreal, now they have Slavkovsky, they got first overall. I don't follow the Canadians too much, really. Like Carey Price is retired now, so now their goalie, it's Sam Mountembeau. And then Charlie Lindgren was also their goalie at one time, but now he's with Washington. Another Vincent Lecavalier. They're just throwing Lecavaliers at me here. What are they doing? Oh my goodness. Like, I'll keep taking them. It's a 2007 Fleer, so I have some 2007 Fleers, I think, but I don't have any that look like this, so this is a Hot Prospects card, so it's like a more of a upper level, like, special card, maybe. Yeah, I think I have some that are like this. Peter Zazel from the St. Louis Blues. I'm so tired of opening hockey cards, I'm not even joking. Alex Killorn from the Tampa Bay Lightning. I knew this was going to be like a long morning of recording. Yeah, 2019 Upper Deck Series 2 hockey. Those are nice. Like, I like how they have the little logo in the middle there, the silver, that's cool. If you can see it. And the last pack of the Pressti packs. And then, we still have two more though. We have this here, which is a memorabilia pack. So we have a memorabilia pack included in the box. And we have a 2020-2021 Upper Deck Hockey Extended Series Young Guns pack. There's 8 cards in here, so that looks super exciting. Extended Series, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm already like more than satisfied with this collection video here. I mean, yeah, this is, man, they really brought the pain in this one. Like, I will happily add all of these to my collections. Capo Caco from the New York Rangers, Finnish player. Yeah, 2022-23 Upper Deck Series 2. From the Quebec Nordiques, so it's actually Toronto Maple Leafs, Aaron Broughton. Yeah, he got traded to the Maple Leafs when this card was made. It says, traded to Toronto, November 1990. Well, that sucks for you. Sorry. And of course, another 2023 Upper Deck Series 2 card, Brady Skjei? Skye? I don't know what I'm talking about. Brady, Mr. Brady. And it's a Colorado Avalanche Joe Sakic card. He was the captain of the Avalanche. They won the Stanley Cup in '96 and 2001. Colorado. That's a 2002 McDonald's card. A Prism Platinum, again, beautiful, beautiful job here. Here's Dave Vanderchuk again for the Buffalo Sabres. It's not the one that we got earlier. It's a different one. So sometimes you'll get the same player, but it's a different card, or you'll get the same player and it's the exact same card. Here's a Taylor Hall from the New Jersey Devils. It's a Tim Hortons card. Taylor Hall played for the Windsor Spitfires when we won our 2 Memorial Cups in 2009-2010, and then he was taken first overall in the 2010 draft by the Edmonton Oilers. He was the very first part of the whole rebuild for Edmonton, which later involved Nugent Hopkins and Neil Yakupov, who the Oilers fans would probably like to forget about when, well, he did his celly on the ice. Like, that's what he's remembered for, when he skated all the way to the other end and slid on the ice because he got the game-winning goal. And then eventually, 2015 first overall, they took McDavid, and they've really built a team around him. So, yeah, Taylor Hall. We had Windsor Spitfires. We had Taylor Hall, Cam Fowler. We had Ryan Ellis, Philip Grubauer, Greg Nemeth, who never made the NHL, but he was drafted by Calgary. Adam Henrique, players like that. Yeah, so 2 bonus packs. We're going to start off with the memorabilia pack. 1 jersey or autograph card. I mean, that sounds alright. Pristine. If you see any Pristine cards, any Pristine packs in your stores, maybe pick them up. Maybe they might also do them for baseball cards or basketball or football, too. I'm not too sure. So here's a Arthur Kaliev from the LA Kings. It's a jersey card, so it's a debut dates, it says here. And there's a little jersey patch there. Yeah, those are pretty cool. I have a Mikko Koivu from the Minnesota Wild that's like that, where it has the sweater. And I think that's the only one I have, so this is my second one. With the sweater, I guess. I don't know why they do that. It says February 2nd, 2021, Ducks vs. Kings. That was his debut. He got a goal. So it's a 2021-22 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey. And it says, congratulations, you have received a trading card with Arthur Kaliev. Hockey memorabilia that has been certified to the Upper Deck Company as having been worn by the featured player. We hope you enjoy this piece of hockey history. As we continue to keep you as close as you can get, enjoy your memorabilia card. The Richard P. McWilliam family, the Upper Deck Company. Just another card, honestly. Congratulations. Okay, the 2020-2021 hockey. Yeah, the extended series. We're going to get some Young Guns rookie cards. There's 8 cards per pack. Seriously? You can't even open a pack of cards here? Yeah. See, I know how you gotta open these ones. You gotta separate the plastic like this. Yeah. Because if you try to go like this, or sometimes if you try to like pull here, it's not gonna open for you. You have to like get right in the lip here and pull apart. So there's a tip for you right there if you stayed this long in the video. And then you can pull there and separate the plastic too. Like you might have even seen me do that in some of the other videos. 8 cards, here we go. Braden Coburn from the Ottawa Senators. He was drafted by the Atlanta Thrashers in 2003. And then he played for Tampa Bay. This is a 2022 Upper Deck, because I have, no, 2021 actually. Oh, that's cool. I have some of those too. Yeah, he played for the Lightning. And then I guess he was traded to Ottawa. Josh Anderson from the Montreal Canadiens, another 2021 Series 2 Upper Deck. He scored the overtime goal in Game 4 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2021 Stanley Cup Final to keep the Canadiens in it. Yeah, that's how I remember Josh Anderson. Yeah, these are all 20... Yeah, they are 2020, 2021s, Vret. Like, you just read it on the pack. See, this is what happens when I go to work all morning. Andrew Shaw from the Chicago Blackhawks. And he also played for the Montreal Canadiens eventually. But again, I think this is when a lot of the recording is going to happen, is when I get home from work in the morning, the sun's out, I mean, it's nice. So, yeah, this is probably what's going to be happening. You guys are going to see me tired a lot. Austin Strand, a Young Guns card for the Kings. Here's a David Riddick when he played for Calgary. Calgary's had a revolving door of goalies over the last... like 15 years now, ever since Kiprusoff retired. So, yeah, maybe not 15 years, but like 11. Because he retired at the end of the 2013 shortened NHL season. So, yeah, that's, like, what, 13 years? Well, since Kiprusoff, I mean, they've had, like, who? Joey McDonald, they had Reto Berra, they had Kari Ramo, they had Vesa Toskala, they had... This isn't in order, by the way, either. It's just... David Riddick, they had John Gillies, they had Jacob Markstrom, they had, who does Calgary have any? Oh, now they have Dustin Wolf, the kid, or, he's younger. Yeah, Dustin Wolf, and, or maybe they traded him, I don't know. And, who's the other one? Vladar, that's who it is. Barclay Goodrow from Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm going to have to put so many edits in this thing. I might just leave it in there, honestly. A lot of this. Oh, I actually have one. I have this exact card already. Nicholas Obey-Kubel from the Flyers. I have this guy. It's a 2021. Yeah, I think I have this guy already. Because I do have some 2021 Upper Decks and 2022s and 2023s and blah. Well, now I have a lot more 2023 Series 2 Upper Decks. That's Janne Kokkonen, a Finnish player, clearly, from Oulunsalo. See, like, I don't know everything about Finland, okay? Like, I've been studying the language the last 2 years. I know a lot of the nouns and the adjectives and the words. Like, I can count in Finnish. Yksi, kaksi, kolme, neljä, viisi, kuusi, seitsemän, kahdeksan, yhdeksän, kymmenen, and even higher. But again, it's like, I don't know all the players' names and stuff. Like, if it's someone's first and last name, right? Like, I know different Finnish names, like Emmy and Joanna, like girls. Yeah. Whiplu. Yeah, I met a girl online from Finland. Her name was Whiplu. That was interesting. Yeah, I love Finland. Like, who doesn't love Finland, honestly? I'm a Canadian that loves Finland, so, I mean, if you're from anywhere else in the world... Like, I invite you to love Canada, if you will, right? Okay, well, that's going to do it for me here today. I'm like, ready to crash out and burn. Thank you guys so much for watching this video here today on the Pressti packs. We did 24 units of Pressti packs, plus a pack of memorabilia cards, a memorabilia pack, and... we got a sweater card in that, and we did 2020-2021 Upper Deck Extended Series pack with 8 cards in it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I hope you start your own collection of hockey cards or any other sport you like. And I'm just a dork, honestly. I love collecting. It brings so much joy into my life. So, my name is Vret Vaseby. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go, gold miners.